Good day, everyone, and welcome to Obidient Family TV. The program is Hope Alive. Yes, there is hope, and the new Nigeria is possible. Now, good morning, afternoon, and evening, depending your time zone. Today, we have come again to have a discussion on what is happening in Nigeria. As you know, today is the last day that all the drama of what has been happening, all the planning for this protest that shouldn't have even happened in the first place. I mean, the planning and giving notice to Chief Bola Tinubu and his government that shouldn't have happened. But of course, Tinubu was given a notice of this very planned protest, and what did he do?
If anybody have the right,
a whole lot of things that has been said. People are threatening in different locations. The citizens are being threatened not to protest. Government is hiring people to threaten people not to protest. Several individuals hired to participate in this very pro-government rally in Abuja has voiced their frustration after being left stranded without food, water, or wants to embark on a peaceful protest. This is going on and on in different locations in Nigeria. Instead of addressing the critical issues raised as a result of this very protest, Tinubu and his government keep on hiring and funding different people. Today, in their national and World Press Conference, the Minister of Information said that bandits are going to hijack this particular protest. Where is that coming from? The intelligence.
If you do anyhow, you go see anyhow. Those who have lost the election should prepare for 2027. Thank you.
We know why they talk. Oji, we have built an obedient state. The same state somebody here was defending yesterday and saying fraud means being clever. That's what we have built. And we're going to see the end of it. The police say they are looking for intelligence. As it is that they were actually being called to come and oppose it. According to them, Bola Tinubu said he was going to pay them, never paid them, no water, no food, left them stranded, and now they want to join the ordinary Nigerians to protest. You think that they are saying what we want to hear right now?
It's very funny that anybody in Nigeria still puts their trust in this government enough to trust them to come out for a protest, an anti-protest.
Whatever that is.
Against the protest.
Yeah.
You trust Nigerian government enough for you to trust them and come out to that protest. It's very telling, because a government that have not provided you with security, they have not provided you with food for years, and they will not tell you should come out and protest, that they will give you money. What insurance do you have that they will even give you that money to start with? For the women that came out to protest, it goes a long way to background, because those women are not educated enough to know what they were talking about. They don't know enough to even read what is in that banner, and that's why the government can use.
I've seen thugs who are saying clearly that they are going to fight with the peaceful protesters, and government is not doing anything about it. We have not seen anybody that have been arrested.
Well, the government, every time they say the DS exercise their constitutional rights, even threaten them with deaths and a lot of traditional, there's only one reason they can go on with something like this. If there's to say it's people without governmental backing, let's say the government is not backing them, the government has to come out and speak up and even get some of these people arrested, just to create an environment that is comfortable for constitutional people to come out and protest, citizens within their right to come out and protest.
All right. Mercy, quickly, you know, Asari Dokubo was saying he was going to deal with people, that they should remember how he dealt with people before. Apparently, not just on a national TV, he is threatening people that he will do a whole lot of causing anarchy, riot, and all of those things, and nothing is happening. Like Mercy said, it seems like they are also being hired. And of course, he mentioned that people will say that he has collected money, that he has collected, and people should go and collect theirs too. I think he may be telling the truth indirectly.
Of course, he may be telling the truth. If only Nigeria was a functioning country, some of the things that are happening now wouldn't be happening. And some of these people would have been arrested, as is supposed. But then, this country is not just functioning, and there are a lot of things are just busy going wrong and getting worse day by day. And this is just more reasons, and enough reasons why people just have to come out and speak up.
Yeah, people need to go out in the street. Today is the last day, and that's why we are focusing on so many things that are happening in Nigeria as are today against tomorrow coming in. That is a policy statement. In other words, it's an audio. So why we keep talking about Bola Tinubu bringing out 98 billion for the Muslim brothers to go on Hajj and all of that? The person who is in charge is said to have not received any funding, that it is a policy statement. If that is true, then it can be counted as an additional scam, not just for this, but to be added on some of the things that the protesters will be demanding from. Where is the 98 billion? Where it is? Joining us to have this very discussion on Zoom, let's start with our own Lord Kingsley. Lord K, you've heard all the rumors going around, the threats coming from there, Asari Dokubo threatening from the end of the Niger Delta region, and then we have some hoodlums attempting in the marketplace, banning all sorts of protests in Lagos, and being, spearheaded by the police, who are actually helping them to water the ground for whatever they say. Because from the video that is being circulated, we can see police all around them, and nobody makes a move when they are threatening people who are yet to proceed on a planned protest. We also have some traditionalists who has threatened not just to wound or riot, but also to kill people. But we have not heard anybody who had been arrested. But somewhere, either in Zamfara state, we had somebody who said that something is going to happen, is going to join the protest. Also in Kanu state, police arrested, brutalized the person. Tell me, is it the government that is now inciting violence in a non-violent society where people has given him plans of protest, a plan that is not supposed to be given, but rather to be erupted? But they gave him, and up to today, even in a war press conference, Tinubu did not come out, but sent his ministers who apparently read scripts that Nigeria already know, without addressing the underlying issues. Lord K, please help us to put a voice to this conversation. Today is the last day before the protest, before the planned protest.
So, panelists, good evening, Obedience around the world, and good evening everyone on Zoom. Yeah, like as we all know, today is the last day for the preparation, and tomorrow is action day. Tomorrow is action time, where we want everyone to go out on the streets, but be peaceful. Be peaceful. I mean, gentlemen and ladies, let's take these issues one by one, because I like dealing with issues. Not just to come make noise. Let's deal with the issues. Now, the Hajj 98 billion that we're talking about. I want to ask you one question. Why is it that it's only today that they are now saying, oh, EFCC is inquiring about this money? This is something that has been in the news for about 2-3 months. But just to quell or to make people don't feel too bad going out for the protest tomorrow, then they are now coming to say, oh, it never happened, that it was all voicemail money. I'm telling you, gentlemen and ladies, this is a ploy by the government to see that what is on plan for tomorrow doesn't happen. Why on earth are they coming out to deny this last minute? Why have they not said something ever since? Why have they not said something? 89 billion has been expended. They use it for what they want. And I mean, that money is gone. They should make that clear. Not come now to say, oh, nothing happened. They never received the money. Asari Tokubo himself, we all know what he's like. Wherever Bele face, wherever there's so much infrastructure, he's there. He supports who he knows that will pay him or will give him some money. That's what he does, and that's what he's doing again now. Coming out to say, oh, Niger Delta is not part of... Are you in charge of Niger Delta? Who the hell are you? Who made you the god of Niger Delta? If you have collected your money, collect your money and stay inside the house. That's your problem. Let the citizens of Nigeria go out there and do what they want. Do what is actually biting them. Hunger in the land. You tell me what you do. Tell me what Asari Dokubo actually does. Tell me one job he's actually doing. Apart from joining wherever Bele face. It should just calm down and go somewhere and sleep. All these protesters that are going around the marketplaces in Lagos and wherever. I mean, these guys are one of the people that Tinubu spent that 6 billion naira on. 6 billion naira on. But it's a shame that some of them, they actually went on this mission without getting paid. And now it's a situation where, I mean, some are coming out to say, oh, well, they haven't been paid. They were hired to go and do all these things. No money has come to them. They are not actually supporting what's actually happening. They are coming out tomorrow. They are joining the protest. They are joining the protest. I don't blame you. I don't blame you, because at the end of the day, you are the one that is selling your soul to the devil. You are selling your soul to the devil. You are part of the problem Nigerian has. You cannot say you, because of 5,000 or 10,000 they want to pay you, then you want to betray your country. So if you are giving you that money, maybe you collected 5,000 or 10,000, then you go start jumping on the road. Hey, no protest, no protest, no protest, no protest. That's idiocy in the making. All these traditional people carrying their juju, carrying their whatever it's called, roaming the street of Lagos, threatening people. I'm telling you that your gods will fail you. Your gods, they will fail you.
Okay. Talking about gods, I have Prophet El-Buba's comments about the hijack of the process of tomorrow. Let's take a listen to that. We'll come back. No go take.
It will go out to everyone at this point. Listen, nobody, and I am saying this, no protester should allow thugs that will be hired, whether by government or by people, to infiltrate your rank. Every protester, protect your protest and let it be a peaceful protest. Declare the new Nigeria. Raise the flag of Nigeria and declare the new Nigeria. All of you here, I will meet you at the Secretariat flyover. Everyone here. And let me see all of you that are ready to go for Nigeria. If you are ready. If you are not ready, don't raise your hand, because if you raise your hand, angels will slap you. So let me see those of you that are ready to go for Nigeria. Raise your hand. Wave your hand. So on the 1st of August, we will all appear in black and with our Nigerian flag, and we will declare. You can wear green and white, green and green, or green and white, but black or green and white with Nigerian flag. We will all be there. We will worship Jehovah. We will pray. We will march until we'll establish the purpose of God for our nation. Let me see your right hand. Let me see your right hand. If you are happy with the way things are going in Nigeria, raise your right hand. Video them. Video. I want to show it to the world. I want to show it that people are very happy. If you're not happy with what is going on in Nigeria, raise your right hand. You're not happy. Video them. Video them. Turn the video. Turn that video. Video them. Video them. Video them round.
Prophet Buba happens to be one of those vocal people who said that all their congregations are going to converge at a certain location. And of course, we expect other evangelists, prophets, imams. We expect all the church leaders and all the religious leaders basically to do the same. Now, let me quickly jump to our own person in Enugu, Orji, Tony Orji. Tony, we heard that preparations are in top gear in Enugu State concerning this. But before you tell us about what's happening in Enugu State concerning the planned protest against tomorrow, can you share with us your thoughts on what is happening to different people in Lagos, that they were asking residents to leave Lagos State because of protest, and also threatening, and of course the one that is coming from Asari Dokubo. Do you think that the government is not playing any role in all of this?
Of course they are, and we all know it. They're not hiding it. It's quite obvious that even if the government is not involved in it, their agents, their hired agents are. So they cannot wash their hands completely and say, we don't know what is happening, we are not involved. I mean, sometimes they talk with both sides of their mouths. Ngelele, the spokesperson for Tinubu, is saying that nobody in this administration had the authority or the audacity to prevent people from protesting. Yet, they are doing everything possible to dampen, to quell this planned protest. Everything possible. Bribing people, taking protests, gathering people to say we are not supporting the protest. This is awful. This is not normal. Nigeria doesn't have any government, and we all know it. But the point is, what are we going to do about it? Nigerians have to decide by themselves what kind of government they want. Because this is not a government. It's a bunch of airheads parading themselves as elected officials, governing 220 million people. It's absolutely mind-boggling that Nigerians will let this continue. For how long are we going to be in this situation? In Enugu here, the same thing going on elsewhere is going on in Enugu. So a video where they are bribing people not to participate in the upcoming protest. Paying people on the streets. They weren't hiding it openly. And I spoke to a couple of people, and in Enugu, I think quite organic what will happen tomorrow. People are really just waiting to see what is going to happen. I was privileged to be around this federal road safety, couple of them, today, this morning, as a matter of fact. And they were saying they're not going to come to work. I said, why? aren't you guys supposed to be the ones guiding the protesters? They said, no way, oh, they're not going to do it. So the threat has gotten to some people, really. But a lot of people are just waiting to see what will happen. And don't be surprised that there will be a massive protest in Enugu. I won't be surprised whatsoever. It's just that whoever is organizing it is not making himself known or herself, or the people organizing it are not making themselves known at this point.
People are not supposed to make themselves known. All those their issue about let people come and tell the commissioner of police. For me, I'm really against that, because it is not constitutional to start going to the police to tell them this and tell them that. If you want to protest, I mean, the constitution makes it clear that it's the right of the citizens. So you just come out. Protest is something organic, it erupts. People disagree on things and they wish to protest. Thank you so much, Tony.
A few days ago, saying that there will be no protest. He protested with his people, his gangs. Nothing happened. Did he get permission from the police to do that? So there is just, and they are setting up for violence. When you have people, when come out, when angry Nigerians are demonstrating, and you have the other side from the government at the same time demonstrating, you are just calling for chaos. And I think it's part of their plan. Why don't they wait and then do their own later if they support the government? Why at the same time coming out to protest with people who have real issues, who are angry, who are annoyed, who are not happy with the situation in Nigeria? So whatever happens, I think government's hand will definitely be on it. They can't deny it. They are just setting up for violence so that they can use police to crack down. But this time around, it's not going to be easy for them all. It is not going to be easy for them.
Yes, of course. It's not going to be easy for them. Thank you, Tony. It's not going to be easy. Tomorrow is the D-Day, and we believe that from the Obidient Family TV, we should be streaming both what is happening in Lagos, in Abuja, Enugu, Cross River State. And talking about Cross River State, Mr. Bassi, your brother Akpabio is in the news again. He seems to know how to be on the news, and this time around, of course, he said clearly that why the protests, people can protest, go out to suffer themselves to protest if they want to, that they will be there in their houses eating. I believe, is it, and my question should be one, is it the people, is that the will of the Cross River people that they should not come out but rather be in their house eating? Or is it Senate President Akpabio alone who is telling Nigerians that they are going to be enjoying themselves while they go out in the streets for nothing? Let's even hear it so that some people will not say we are the ones that brought about this, but of course it's everywhere. So Mr. Bassi, tell us what your thoughts are on this, and also why Akpabio has to say why he said they will be eating in their houses while the masses can go ahead and protest all they want. Does that mean that this government or the legislature don't care at all? Because I also learned that the National Assembly has closed down and nobody can go. All the securities has even asked to be left except the sergeant at arms to guard the place. What are your thoughts about Akpabio's comments?
Thank you, Mr. Kanu. Good evening, studio panelists and Zoom panelists. Good day, Obidient, worldwide, wherever you're listening from. In reaction to the statement credited to the Senate President, it is really, really surprising and shocking that a high-ranking government official, the number 3 man, could make such an utterances in the public and insulting Nigerians, looking down on Nigerians. Well, I personally will not be surprised because this is how the people in government see Nigerians. They've never taken Nigerians serious, and they don't believe that Nigerians deserve a better life. But rather, you could see such utterances. And then he was making it very careless and trivializing it, making it look as if it's what Nigerians are asking for is a joke. We are asking for good governance. And a number 3 citizen in this country could come out and make such a statement. I would have preferred you rather not speak about it than such utterances. You know, if you look at his antecedent since he assumed that position, he's been making some statement that is ridiculing Nigerians, making mockery of Nigerians. And then you wonder, what is really going on in this country? Is it that these people have signed a covenant to ridicule Nigerians or to make Nigerians go through suffering? It does appear this is what the people in the government circle, that is how they are looking at Nigerians. They believe that, okay, they are comfortable, their families are comfortable. They don't care whether an average Nigerian is comfortable or not. Anytime you see them in the public glare, what they could just do, they just throw some notes on Nigerians who will scramble for it. And then they'll make themselves comfortable. They'll look at them and laugh. This is not acceptable. And I will also ask Nigerians, I hope you are paying attention to some of these things that is going on. If this is not enough to provoke you to come out and protest, then something is wrong with us as Nigerians. Because we can't take this from people you have elected to go and represent you, and then coming out to make mockery of the people that have voted them into that office. I mean, it's unacceptable. And back to IGP, I took time yesterday to listen to the outcome of the meeting he had with the lawyers of the protesters. And then one of the things that I realized is that I did not see any sign of commitment, any sign of seriousness to protect the protesters coming out of that meeting. But rather, he was trying to restrict the protesters into an environment that they should not go on a procession. And good a thing, they and the SAN Palono resisted and rejected it, that is not going to happen, that they are going to go out and go on a procession and then terminate at a certain location where speeches are going to be made, that he should make sure he make provision for his men to go about and guard and protect the protesters. And then one of the things that I also realized is that his attention was called in to the people of those people that have been issuing threats on Nigerians. His attention was brought to that by Barrister Iniberefiong. What he did was, in responding to most of the issues that were thrown at him, he avoided that particular question. He feigned ignorant of it. This clearly shows you that the police are not going to protect Nigerians, but they will be very fast. They will be very fast in going after the people who are making utterances in the social media. In that meeting yesterday, he did allude to the fact that the person that was on TikTok making much threat that some filling stations were going to be burned down was in their custody. Imagine how swift, how quick the police could quickly go after such a person. But meanwhile, these are the non-state actors like Asari Dokubo, those people in Lagos, the traditionalists. They were issuing threats, but he was acting as if he didn't even hear that part. So what does that tell you? That this government is really out to inflict pain, really out to disrupt this protest. But I will also advise all the protesters, please, when we go out, let us look out for each other. Please, let us look out for each other so that people will not infiltrate and begin to cause harm on innocent protesters, because the state will not protect you. That has been established. They are not going to protect you. He has said clearly that if there is a procession, he cannot guarantee the safety of the protesters. He said that clearly yesterday. So this is very sad that the taxpayers' money are used to pay people who are inflicting injury, harm on Nigerians. It's sad. It's a sad day. And I only hope that at the end of the day, Nigerians will be able to achieve their objective through this protest. Thank you so much. Let me pause at this moment and allow other people to intervene.
All right, thank you very much, Kini, for doing that. But you've explained so much about that very meeting of the IG and several others yesterday. Let's even take a commentary from what happened over that very particular event virtually, how the IG reacted when these things, questions were thrown to him. Let's just take the commentary and we'll be back.
Senior advocates of Nigeria, Femi Falana and Ebunolu Adegboruwa, led the meeting with the Inspector General of Police. About 25 persons attended, and they include the leadership of the Nigerian Bar Association, other senior lawyers, members of the Take It Back movement, representatives of other civil society organizations, as well as representatives of the police.
Under the law, your duty is to ensure that adequate security is provided for protesters in line with Section 83, subsection 4 of the Police Establishment Act of 2020. And for me, one, there is commitment on the part of the police to ensure that those who want to protest are guided. There should be no problem. On behalf of my colleagues who are here, that we are not violent people, and we're not going to encourage violence as far as this protest is concerned.
At this particular period, it is not advised that we go on street procession, because I've said earlier on that as you are mobilizing for peaceful protest, some are mobilizing for violent protests. We are doing our best to make sure that we check those ones. Then for the peaceful protesters, we are agreeing on the modalities to conduct the peaceful protest at this period. That's why I suggested that confining peaceful protesters to a particular location will help us a lot. I want us to agree on that on the day of protest, your group will be confined to those places that you have identified. And let us also agree that there will be no procession.
Participants disagree with the IGP's suggestions for a confined protest.
It may not be possible for organizers to say there won't be procession. I don't think that will be possible.
We can agree on routes, we can agree on where we are going to pass through the protest, but I don't think it's possible to confine protest to a location. That will be absolutely impossible.
Surely our letter to the Inspector General of Police indicates that there will be procession, they will be guided in order to achieve peace during the procession. That's indicated in our letter.
The IGP responds.
You indicated 8 locations, 8 states where you want to stage this protest. The IG will not be in all those 8 states at the same time. But we have commissioners of police in each of those states, meet with them, tell the commissioners of police how you want to stage your peaceful protest. But as for me, I believe that a peaceful protest in a confined location would be very easy for the police to protect. But if you say you want to go on procession, you want to go around the whole city in during your peaceful protest, I advise against that.
The meeting dispersed with the group asking the IGP to make available the contacts of police officers designated to cover the protest.
Okay, so, and that is how we're trying to, fix the timing, because that was a long conversation that the IG had, and it was all about disagreement. But what is most important for us all today is that tomorrow is the day that Nigerians are expected to hit the street. The talk has been going on for quite some months about how Nigerians are meant to hit the streets, and the time is finally here. What are you going to do? Are you going to sit back in your house and lament about hunger? Are you going to call us, and most people who do call and ask for support and all of that? Will you come out now and exercise your constitutional right to protest on the things, on the governance? When we talk about hunger, brothers and sisters, when we talk about hunger, make we really face the facts. Tinubu no go fit cure hunger for Nigeria. Tinubu no go fit cure hunger. Hunger is a product of bad government. It's a product of bad policies that this very government puts in place. It's asking Tinubu to reverse those things, starting with the first thing that he initiated on his first day being inaugurated as the man in Aso Rock. That first thing should be the first thing that should be taken out. Then we start looking at the others, the electoral reforms and the other things. Let's be very strategic. If you stay in your house and you did not come out and protest, let me not hear from anywhere that hunger is killing you and your family. This is the only chance that Nigerians has to express themselves in a peaceful manner, how they felt about the policies. You've heard about the 98 billion that is said about the Hajj, and the chairman of the Hajj Commission has said to EFCC, I did not see any money. It is a scam, an audio. They told Nigerians, and we keep carrying the news. Oh, they have it. Somebody has eaten those billions that are meant for Muslim brothers to go on Hajj, and it was credited to the government having done a good thing. 1. 2, they said billions or trillions to build a private residence for the vice president, while Nigerians are suffering. So many policies that they are gradually relaxing now just because you told them you are planning. You gave them a notice that you are planning to hit the streets. Tomorrow is the 1st of August. Coincidentally, my birthday. And if you do not join them to hit the streets tomorrow, then we know that you are not hungry. Then we know that you are not suffering. Then we know that Nigeria is in good hands. That all what Tinubu is doing is his promise and he's keeping to it. The only thing that you Nigerians have to do, wherever you're listening to me right now, is to go on the streets tomorrow. Whichever village, whichever town, whichever suburban, urban area, wherever you are, go out in the street. If you don't have placard, just come out and do your own self. Walk the street peacefully and tell people that there is a lot of suffering and they should all march. By the time we come out in our numbers in millions in different cities, this government will know that Nigerians are suffering. That subsidy that is said to be a scam, that is said to be removed, Nigerians want to start buying their fuel again at 168 naira and nothing else. We want electoral reform. We want Mahmoud Yakubu not to hold the election in Edo State. We don't want Mahmoud Yakubu to hold the election in Ondo State. We don't want Mahmoud Yakubu to hold the election in Anambra State. These are upcoming elections. Let's say no to bad governance, started with electoral reform. Let's occupy the National Assembly. The Electoral Act must be amended to reflect direct transmission from polling units. We must have electoral reform. Thank you very much today. And of course, let me quickly say your final words here, because tomorrow is really the day. What are your thoughts, please?
Tomorrow is the day that Nigerians will come out to show the government in their numbers that we are very displeased with the way their leadership have been going for a while now. So we have to come out in our numbers, and we must continually emphasize on the need for a peaceful protest, without chaos, without violence, just us expressing ourselves to the government without causing any form of violence to onlookers or to protesters. We must keep in mind that this is very necessary as to make the government, make our points come across clearly without the government feeling like we are doing anything that is not peaceful.
Thank you very much. And peace, of course, we know that all the congregations, their prophets, their pastors, and all of that, if they did not march out with their congregations at this very time, then I see no love in those churches.
Yeah, of course. If we no come out do the right thing, you will be pastor, may you know say tithe no go there, and offering no go there for church. May you say motivate your people, may they still come aside, may we do this thing together without any chaos as we still they talk and so now tomorrow be the D-Day, may we come out and do this thing together.
And all the house members that are well-meaning Nigerians, if you did not go out, sensitize your constituents to come out in a peaceful protest, you are not a leader. You are not the lead in that very constituency, and of course we must vote you out. Any leader, any person from the House of Reps, a senator that did not motivate his people to protest peacefully in this very economy, right now, must be voted out. If we don't see you in the streets by tomorrow, by next tomorrow, in 10 days to come, any senator, House of Rep member that is not seen on the street must be voted out. Thank you very much. Until tomorrow, we'll be viewing all the areas and we'll be transmitting live. Thank you very much. Until tomorrow, bye for now.